Tip number 5, you have to adopt a play to win mindset. And when you find a property that you like, that fits all the criteria that you've got, when it checks all those boxes, you need to really decide how much you're willing to pay for that property. And the question I always like to ask is, if someone else paid $1,000 more for that home, would you be okay with it? If they paid $2,000 more for that home, would you be okay with it? If they paid $10,000 more for that home, would you be okay with it? You see, I've seen too many buyers miss out on properties in this market, even though they were willing to pay more because their initial offer was much less. They went in thinking, well, I'll get a counter offer from the seller, maybe I can negotiate. A lot of times, if your offer is too low in this market, you won't see a counter offer from the seller, so you don't even get a chance to sit at the table. So our recommendation is decide what you're really willing to pay for that home and make sure your first offer is representative of what you're willing to pay for the home. Don't come in too far below what you'd really be willing to pay for that home because your offer might not get consideration. Second thing you can do with your offer is be creative. There's lots of things you can do around price, removal of contingencies, terms. You can offer to pay for city transfer taxes, county transfer taxes, escrow fees. There's all kinds of things you can propose to make your offer a little bit more attractive than the next offer, especially if you're dealing with multiple offer scenarios. The other thing you can consider is don't always make offers on exact price thresholds. You see, we'll see so many people write offers at a $5,000 threshold or a $10,000 or a $15,000 threshold. So instead of writing an offer for $1,150,000, write an offer for $1,153,000 or $1,154,500. You see, sometimes we've seen these little pricing increments make a big difference in the mind of our sellers. So even though it's only a few $1,000s, a lot of times you'll get a lot of offers at exactly the same price, but then sometimes you'll see an offer that'll come in $1,000 or $2,000, $3,000 higher. So think creatively when you're putting together your pricing strategy and make sure that your offer is reflective of what you're truly willing to pay for the property.